Great to have you all on board. It's another time with Tutor IELTS Enthusiastic Tutor, and in today's tutorial happens to be the continuation of the course, BUS403, and it's been a wonderful one, interesting course. It's one course that deals a lot with reality. The thing is that humans, we actually depend on each other to get by each day. All right, and this is a course that talks about group dynamics. All you need to know about why we humans so much crave to become a member of a group. All right, and group is, excuse me, that and group basically is not limited to externals alone. All right, we have, remember we said in our last class, we have the triad and we have the dyad group. All right, where we have the husband and wife, and the triad we have the husband, wife, and the child. And it goes along with, and today we're going to be continuing what it means by a group still, continuing a lot of things under the said topic. For those of us who are new to the stream, let's ensure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and most importantly, let's ensure to join the private class where we will be walking you through all your courses throughout the semester without leaving anyone behind. All you need to do is just go straight to our official website, www.tutorial.net, find the WhatsApp button in the top right corner, use it to send us a direct message, and we will guide you through the process. With this being said, let's go straight into it. Okay, so we have BUS403, and according to the thumbnail, it talks about elements of group. Okay, but I want us to start from motive. Okay, I want to take us back to motive, and as soon as we are done discussing what motive is, then we'll talk about the elements of group. So now, when we talk about motive, what are we referring to? Okay, talk about motive. What are we referring to? Perhaps it might interest you to know that motive is that drive. All right, motive. We have drive. Okay, that drive which initiates, increases, or reduces. Okay, that drive which initiates, increases, or reduces what we call vigor or enthusiasm of an individual level of activity. Okay, so it's either it's increasing or decreasing. Are we together? It is either it is increasing, that drive which initiates, okay, drive which initiates, increases or reduces, increases or increases or reduces the vigor. All right, the vigor we have, or the enthusiasm, the vigor, enthusiasm of an individual's level of activity, of an individual level of activities. Now, underline the word vigor. Okay, underline the word, that's strength. And it comes with certain activities. Most importantly, the spark initiate. It is a spark, all right? And it could actually be a spark to an increase or to a decrease, but it's a spark, all right? So it could be the decrease to the vigor in a certain activity, or it could be the increase to the vigor in a certain activity, all right? Understanding these key points will help you have a long-lasting impression, leave you a long-lasting impression about what it means by motive. All right. So with that being said, let's take some other things. So now let's go straight to element of group. Okay. By now we know what a group is. All right. We'll talk about that at length. So let's quickly talk about the elements. What are the elements of group? What are the things that make a group a group? What are the things that makes a group indeed a group? All right, these are the elements we are going to be considering in a moment. Now, when we say elements of a group, we are simply referring to certain recipes that make a group what it is. And under this, we have, most importantly, trust. First and foremost, we have union. All right. We also have information sharing. Trust. A member of your group is a member of your group. There's a degree, all right? There's a certain degree of trust you expect from a member of your group. There's a certain degree of trust you expect, all right? And the fact that you belong to a group makes you a union, all right? Makes you, as a member of a group, makes you united, from the word united, union, makes you united to that group, meaning that you express or reciprocate a kind of loyalty to your group. And most importantly, definitely information sharing. Things that are beneficiary are being shared, are being discussed, informations are being passed, information sharing, very important as well. So those are some of the elements. We have more of them, but let's just stop on these three. Good evening, Miss Bless. It's great to have you on board. Okay. Miss Blessing, are you in our private class? Please, if you're not in our private class, ensure to reach out to me. Okay, I know Mr. Emmy. Please ensure to reach out to me so you can be added and we can guide you through things properly. Okay. Now we have that as that. It says here, also, you're all welcome. Now let's quickly talk about. Now you remember we talked about motivation. Okay. Now still on motivation, let's touch on this. What are the underlying characteristics of motivation? What are the propellers? What are the things that ignite motivation? What are the underlying characteristics? Now, I want to consider the motivation of an individual's phenomenon. Every person is unique, and all major theories of motivation allows this uniqueness to be demonstrated in one way or the other. What motivates me differs from what motivates Mr. Emmy or what motivates Ms. Blessing. Different things motivates individuals. So one of the characteristics, okay, Ms. Blessing said, I am not, but I'll reach out. Very well, that's not a problem because what we do on YouTube here is just 40%. All right. If 60% left is restricted to members in the private class. And 40% here will not be enough to help you scale through. And that's why we encourage students to ensure to join the private class. Because apart from the classes, there are other things we share with students, other resources, other aids we share with students to ensure they become the best version of yourself academically. Now, some of the characteristics, underlying motivation characteristics, okay, that was the thing from the service provider. I think we are stable now. So now, we said motivation is intentional, all right? You're not being motivated by mistake. It is a spark, okay? There's, it's more like a sleeping lion, a sleeping lion, an untapped potential that was helped to be discovered, all right? So it's a spark. So it is very intentional. Motivation is assumed to be under the control of the individual, and behavior resulting from motivations are seen as choices of action. All right. So it is totally intentional. It's a decision you make. It's an option. It's a step you are deliberate about taking. All right. So that's another underlying characteristics of motivation. So now let's talk about other things. It says here frustration. Frustration. Now, this is a word that I'm sure that is not new to us at this level. All right. So when we talk about frustration, according to Lazarus and Folkman, okay, Lazarus and Folkman said something in 1984. He said it's a feeling of anguish or emotional imbalance. Okay. So let's take that down. That's according to Lazarus and Folkman. Okay, in 1984. Now, according to them, they refer to this word, all right? They refer to this term as a feeling of anguish or emotion. A feeling of anguish or emotion. Okay? A feeling of anguish or emotion or emotional imbalance. Emotional. Okay? Emotional imbalance resulting from a situation that is beyond control of an individual. Resulting from a situation, okay, beyond control of an individual. All right, so that's according to Lazarus and Folkman in 1984. All right, according to them, they come to the conclusion, having considered a lot of things, then they came to this conclusion and they say that as far as they are concerned, when we say frustration, all right, it has to do with your emotions. All right. So people that are not emotional are not frustrated. Is that what they are trying to tell us? You're not emotional, they have no business with frustration. You only get frustrated if you become emotional, not factual. All right. And trust me, science is not emotional, science is factual. All right. Based on empiricism. Okay. So now it says here that emotional imbalance, when you are not balanced emotionally, all right, and this is as a result of certain situation that is beyond your control. And trust me, there are no situations beyond your control. It's all about your mentality. All right. So there's a lot in between that. You can dot the T's and cross the. If you can dot the I's and cross the T's, you'd be able to read in between the line based on this definition. All right. So we have, in other words, it is an emotionally disturbing feeling. All right. It's still all about emotion, occasioned by a helpless, unrewarding situation. Okay. So we have that as that. We also have, it says that frustration induced behavior. Now, based on this imbalanced situation. All right, based on this unstable situation, this can propel, all right, or this can influence that individual's behavior. This is now taking us to what it means by frustration induced behavior, meaning that behavior as a result of emotional imbalance, all right, based on frustration. According to Mullis in 2000, there are two possible outcomes: a situation where a person's motivational driving force is blocked. All right. So when you talk about frustration, you are still talking about when the motivational driving force of an individual, when the motivational, what keeps you going, your your zeal, all right, that fire that ignites you, that ignites your dreams. So when that fire is being quenched, all right, it says, are we together? Motivational driving force is blocked. Then frustration is around the corner. All right. So it says here that this includes constructive behavior or frustration. Now, I don't want us to rush into this. So let's call it wrap here for today. Um, in our next class, we'll take it properly from what it means by motivation, from frustration, so we can properly dissect all we need to dissect, as this topic deals a lot with reality. So let's just call it wrap here for today. And I think our next class on Friday, we should be able to conclude with this course on Friday, as we'll be covering, try as much as we can to cover everything. And by next week, we are taking another course. Thank you very much, everyone. Do have a wonderful evening. I look forward to seeing all the subsequent tutorials. Bye for now.